Hey friends, it's time for a timeout. So grab your favorite beverage and your favorite chair and join us on today's show. Get ready to send us your comments and questions for our incredible guest. I'm your host, Steve Francis. It's going to be a great night on Time Out with Steve. Well, hey guys, good evening, welcome. First show, Time Out with Steve. We're so glad you're here. Several of you have already been commenting. It's so great. Glenda Million, I'm here waiting. Hey Glenda, Clint Massa, hey Steve, Jeremy Albritton, I hope you're doing well, having a great day. So guys, so thankful that you've joined us. Please send your comments in. Let us know you're here watching. And you're like, why are we doing this show? Well, hey, the coronavirus has got us all crazy. And we just want to check in with each other. Let us see some of our faces. Let us hear from each other and just maybe break the monotony a little bit. Hope you guys are doing well. Hey, I just want to tell you up front, it's not going to be a perfect show. We're not NBC, ABC, thank goodness. But we're going to hopefully have fun together in a few conversations. Again, I'm so glad you've joined us. Just text in. Let us know your message. Libby Benson, are you at the beach? LOL. Ha. Yeah, no, Miss Libby, I'm not at the beach. But we're so glad you're watching. And so what we did is I thought maybe the beach would help us have a little fun. So several of you did not get to go to the beach for spring break, including myself. So I thought maybe I could bring the beach to you. So maybe a little fun tonight, but also a little reminder of what life used to be like. So thanks so much. Jill Magruder watching from the VA COVID clinic. Oh, Miss Jill, bless you in your work in the COVID clinic. So yeah, we got lots of folks watching. I've got lots of things to do here, so give me a little patience. I might be clicked the wrong thing, but we're going to have some fun. Lisa Riggs, Sam and Lisa Riggs are watching. Awesome, awesome. So please comment. Now I want to start out with a dad joke. You guys all know what dad jokes are. They're kind of corny, they're kind of funny, but I thought it might break the ice, get us smiling, get us going on this first show. So here's the dad joke of the night. Did you know the first French fries weren't actually cooked in France? They were cooked in Greece. I'll give you a little time to laugh there. Yeah, so good. Dad joke. Hey, again, we're glad you're here. We've got some incredible guests tonight, and we want to just hop right to it. We don't want to linger on this, but we do want to just join together and have a little fun. And so we've got some incredible guests tonight who are here with us via Skype. And they are Austin and Nichole Riggs. Austin and Nichole serve as our youth pastors here at First Baptist Church in West Plains. And they are awesome. So let me see if I can work some magic and bring the Riggs to the screen. Hey, do you guys see us?
Hey, guys.
Welcome to the Riggs.
How are you, Steve?
I'm doing great. How are you guys? So good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Listen, man, we've got like 40 people watching right now, and they're just people smiling and cheering and thumbs up, so it's kind of exciting. We're so glad you guys are here. It looks like you're on your front porch. Is that right?
Yeah, we are. We've got these rocking chairs, and honestly, we don't get a lot of time to sit in them, so it's kind of nice to sit and enjoy the sunset and talk with you.
So are you guys kind of like old people? You're already sitting on the front porch rocking?
Yeah, there's days I felt like an old person. Sure.
So tell us, how are you doing with all this corona stuff? What's going on?
Well, a lot of people, I think, have thought that this would be like a vacation, and maybe it is for some, but man, it's been kind of crazy for me. We've been everything's been flipped upside down, and that's true for everyone, but especially for the church. And so learning how to play by this new set of rules has been pretty challenging. And so just trying to do that well has been kind of what I've been up to. And we've had a few projects going around the house and trying to get those done.
Okay, we're seeing where you guys are looking good. So you guys, projects around the house, projects at church. I heard that Miss Nichole is riding a bus again. What's up with that?
Yes, every morning I get up and I get to go deliver lunches that our cafeteria and administration make. I think they get up at 4 a.m. and make thousands of lunches and breakfasts, and so I get to be a part of that and drive and deliver them to our students, and that's been really nice to just, I can't hug on them like I'd like to, but I get to at least see their faces, so that's been really nice.
Good. I think my wife Sherry's doing some of that too. maybe not every day, but she's done the rode the bus, and so that's great. You guys are serving that way. That's awesome. So I don't know if y'all can see the screen, but Jill Pietroburger just says, "Go Austin and Nichole." Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So hey, our very first comment before the show ever started was from a guy named Mr. King. Now, D. King is the father of our pastor, John King, and he sent a message about a Cardinals hat. So a couple weeks ago, I did an on-the-fly video about a neat story that happened in our church, and I was wearing a Cardinals hat, and he has just wrote me about loving the Cardinals hat, and I think I've heard that maybe you guys like the Cardinals. Is that true?
Yes, we love the Cardinals.
So we thought, I heard, Nichole, if you got a Cardinals hat, and I brought my Cardinals hat, and we're going to don our Cardinals hats. Ooh, yours looks better than mine. Yours looks really snazzy.
It's
Now,
an
Austin's
authentic.
go ahead. Say again?
It's an authentic St. Louis one.
Ooh, wow. I'm not sure I could say that for sure on mine, but hey, I'm happy to wear it. So Austin's representing the Zizzers, though.
Yeah, that's right. I couldn't actually find my Cardinal hat. I had one that had seen better days, so I just stuck with the Zizzers. We love them too.
We're happy. Hey, we want to talk about your story for just a minute. So here's some questions. Can I just fire away some questions?
Yeah, let us have it.
All right. Where did you guys grow up?
Did you ask where we grew up?
Yes. Where did you guys grow up? Like, where were you born and raised is what that means.
Okay, I've got a real exciting one. I grew up and was born, I was born in Little Rock and lived in Pine Bluff for 2 years in Arkansas, and then spent really my whole life here in West Plains.
Okay. So West Plains for Austin. Miss Nichole?
I'm from O'Fallon, Missouri, and I grew up there. I think, aren't you from there, Steve?
Oh, yes.
That area?
Oh,
so,
yes. Fort Zumwalt.
Right. You went to the same school my brothers did, so
okay,
good relation there. But a much bigger school. I graduated with like 600 people, and
yep.
It's a whole lot different than here. And we have good, thin crust pizza up north, and the Jack in the Box and all that unhealthy stuff. So and the shopping, a lot different
ravioli.
than here.
Yeah, yep. That's good stuff right there. Okay, where did you guys meet?
We met at a camp. We both grew up going there separately. He went there with First Baptist, and I went there with my youth group growing up. And we both decided while we were in college to work there, and we met as workers, but didn't really date till after. We didn't really talk while we worked there.
I thought she had a boyfriend.
No.
Okay. Hey, someone just said, I don't think I've ever seen Steve in a hat. Is it that bad? Gosh, it's crazy.
They need to go on a staff retreat with us.
You got it, baby. You got it. Okay, how long have you been married?
6 years.
Okay, a little pause there, but you did. Is that right, Nichole?
Yes.
Okay, he did good.
7th July.
All right, awesome. All right, so today is National Kindergarten Day. Can you tell me about who your kindergarten teacher was, and was she good or not so good?
You go first.
Mine was, I think her name was Miss Princeton, and I had a horrible kindergarten experience, and I'll save everyone the details. They don't need to know all what mistakes happened that year, but it was not a great year. But I did get a book at the end of the year. I remember that.
So what? You didn't have a good year because you were a bad child?
No. Let's just say I wanted to really pass out paint shirts, and one day I got picked to pass out paint shirts, and it just wasn't. Great things didn't happen.
Okay.
Yes, a little bit of embarrassment in there.
So I was going to let y'all tell your story, but I've got to tell my story. My kindergarten teacher's name was Mrs. Green, and she was African American. So I had a little trouble with that because she wasn't green. But my problem was I didn't want to take a nap, so I actually got a paddling from Mrs. Green. I've never forgotten it. Never forgotten it. Okay,
man.
Austin, kindergarten teacher.
My kindergarten teacher is Mrs. Hunt. she was super nice. However, I had kind of a unique experience because she got in a really bad car wreck partway through the year, and so a lot of my kindergarten school year was spent with substitutes because she was in that bad car wreck. She's doing fine now and recovered after my school year in her classroom, but super great teacher. I just didn't get to have her in class very long.
Okay. Your favorite place to go?
Oh my goodness, it's so broad.
I know.
I think my favorite thing to do is to go to a Cardinal game and then just spend the day doing free stuff in St. Louis. Like, I love the zoo. The zoo is like my favorite place in the world to go.
Yeah, it's
There you
pretty
go.
cool.
Okay, Austin.
Gosh, there's so many cool places. I thought she would have said the beach.
Ooh.
It's not my favorite. I enjoy the beach, but it's definitely not my favorite place. One of my favorite places is my grandpa's cabin.
Ooh.
It's got lots of good fishing and hunting and a lot of good memories there growing up, and no cell service, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, we went there for a staff retreat and it was awesome.
Yeah, that's right.
It's very good. Okay, favorite food?
Okay, Cecil Whitaker's Pizza. So it's only in the St. Louis area,
Yeah.
and it's like Emo's, but I like it way better.
Okay.
I do too, actually. I think it's better as well. My favorite food really is just to keep it broad, seafood.
Seafood.
There's not much seafood I don't like or won't try.
Okay.
Just about any kind I'm a big fan of,
Okay.
which is tough because she won't have it. She does not like seafood at all.
So Mo Toddy just commented, says agree on the cabin. Has he been to the cabin?
Yeah, we had our guys lockout there last year.
Ooh, so he's liking it.
Yeah.
He's liking it. All right, Frank Hahn, who happens to be my brother-in-law, says Mexican favorite food. No one said Mexican.
I'm a big fan of Mexican, but I think seafood beats it.
Yeah. Ozark pizza and bread's pretty good.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, sure. I love their calzone.
Okay, in honor of the dad joke, did you hear my dad joke at the beginning?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
love
I've got
it.
one more,
Okay.
and I'm going to tie this in. So what do you call a dog that can do magic?
Oh, man. I don't have a clue.
A labracadabrador.
I love it.
So a labracadabrador. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
Because you guys have a Labrador, right?
we sure do.
Tell us about him.
Yes, Tater. His name is Tater,
Okay.
as in tater tot. We got him picked him out when he was just a couple weeks old from a church member at our last church in Brighton, and we found him sleeping in the food bowl. He
Oh my
was
gosh.
like twice the size of all the other puppies.
Wow. Wow.
And he is famous for eating lots of things he shouldn't, and he's still living somehow, some way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, Libby Benson has text message back in, and she said, I guess she's talking about the dog. She said he likes socks and chocolate.
Yes, he does. When he was a puppy, he swallowed one of my socks whole, and we had to have surgery to get that taken care of. On my birthday, he ate like 2 or 3 bags worth of Hershey chocolate.
Ooh.
It was not pretty. He had a ball because part of the regimen was to pour some stuff down his throat to get him to maybe throw it up. And so we played fetch with him for about an hour to try to get his stomach to jostle around to get that to happen. And it never did happen. He liked the hydrogen peroxide. He liked the chocolate. He never got sick. And he got to play fetch at midnight for like an hour and a half. So it was a win for him.
So if I need to vomit some night, just call you and come over to your house?
That's right. I'll pour some hydrogen peroxide down your throat and you'll be good.
Play fetch.
Yeah, we'll play fetch with you too.
Yeah, that'd be good. All right, good. So Wilda Pingle says, love your dad jokes. Thank you, Wilda. Thank you for loving the dad joke. I got a little love on the dad joke. That's good.
All right.
So obviously, Miss Nichole, you're a teacher at the middle school, right?
Mhm.
Tell us about that.
I teach sixth grade, and I have a really great co-teacher. Her name is Kelsey, and we teach a larger group of sixth grade kiddos, and it's a great job. I love my kids, but I'm missing them like crazy right now. So,
Yeah,
you went to spring break and didn't expect to not come back. So,
exactly. Yeah, good. We hear great things about your classroom for sure. And then Austin, you tell us what you were like. You do several things, right? Tell us about your main thing and then your side things.
Well, my main thing, of course, is student ministry. I get to work with our 8th through 12th grade students. And man, I love it. I get to really just get engaged with them in their lives and cheer them on when awesome things are happening in their lives and be there to encourage and direct them when tough times are happening in their lives. And so I love what I get to do with our church. I've also done a lot with missions in our church, and we've been doing an Oklahoma mission trip for a few years that is just really near and dear to our heart, and love the people out there as our church has. There's been so many who's got to go on that trip, and man, it's been awesome. A couple other things I get to do though is just my goal is to be around the students and meet them where they're at. And so a couple things I do is one, I get to coach. I get to be around them on the basketball court and the football field with some really great people. Coach Ryan Smith is the head middle school football coach, and he's an awesome man, as well as Coach Perkins, who leads at the varsity level. And then I get to help with the freshmen and got to coach with Lynn Jones, who just retired this year. He's coached for several years. And then, of course, the varsity basketball coach is Shane Benson. And, man, I don't think there could be a better man for that job. I really respect him a lot. One, for his coaching ability, but also just for the man that he is. I know you know him on a personal level.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you've never played any sports or anything, right?
Well, I tried. I played in high school and middle school here at West Plains, and I did football and basketball and baseball in high school. And in middle school, we couldn't play baseball, so I ran track.
Okay, and you weren't very good you weren't very good at anything, right?
Well, we were average at best as a team, and did make a little bit of a run my senior year in football. We won a district title or two, and then made a run couple games past that. And then in basketball, I think we lost in the district championship game every single year, which was a pretty tough pill to swallow, not being able to jump over that hurdle.
Well, Austin's so humble. What he's not telling you is he was an incredible athlete and played all sports and excelled and set some even West Plains records. So he's pretty incredible guy. But he's incredible on many levels. And man, I just love the way to see that you love on students and the way you interact with our students in our church and our community. Like you're the real deal. You don't just sit in a corner and write out notes. Like you get out and love on students and go to games and hit the school campus and FCA, and you're in their lives, and it shows, and they're awesome. But the other thing is, like, you can have fun too. Like you and Nichole can have fun and like have a good time and know what a good time is. And it's just awesome that you guys are here leading our students and our community. And man, I just wanted people to kind of hear your story and see your face. I know several of your students haven't seen you. You're trying to connect and doing a great job, but they just haven't seen you guys because of this crazy thing we're going through. So I don't know. We've got somewhere around 50 folks watching on this one that I can see. I don't know who's on YouTube. Like, what would you say to your students right now if they're watching? What would you say? It doesn't have to be sappy, but like, what would you say to your students right now?
Well, I would say that, man, we love y'all like crazy, and we miss y'all like crazy. I think whenever we do get to start meeting back in person, as long as it's appropriate with all of our state regulations, I think Nichole and I are going to stand at the door and hug every one of y'all that come through it. We just really miss y'all. But I want to encourage you too. There's a lot of anxiety that I've just as talking with students that I've heard that's setting in with so many of you during this time. Just questions of, what's going on, what's going to happen in the coming weeks or even in the coming days. And the good news and the bad news, I guess, is we don't know. But we know that God's in control. And I think it's real easy for us, especially as we're playing on our phones and watching tons of Netflix and YouTube and stuff, that we can, for lack of a better word, get lazy
Yeah.
and get out of the routine of diving into God's word and spending that intentional time in prayer. I know for me, when discipline leaves my life, like if I'm on a summer break or a super duper long spring break that never ends, discipline can leave. And when that does, it's hard to find that time to dive into God's word. And so I would just really encourage you, dive into God's word, because that's where you find truth. And that's where you're going to find joy. You can't find joy anywhere else.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy. Like, supposedly we're all at home with less to do, but man, all my rhythms are out of order. Like my sleep patterns, my wake up patterns, my eating patterns. I'm just like kind of out of sync, and it's weird because I don't know why, except what you've just described. So, man, that's a good word. I've just put your email address on the screen, and I just, like you said, if anyone wants to reach out or needs to talk, man, drop you a note, send you a note.
Absolutely. And oh, go ahead.
I would like to say something to the students. I am thankful for them, but I'm also somewhat thankful for the toilet paper shortage because my yard has never been this toilet paper free.
That's really good. So, if you don't know this awesome couple, their students love them, and they have a strange way of showing their love by doing crazy things to their house and their vehicles and their possessions. And so now there's no toilet paper to trash your house.
That is right. We are thankful for that.
Yeah. So, all right, lots of comments coming in. Aubrey Craig says he also leads 417.
Yes.
So she put that on.
Do what?
She put that on.
Yeah, that's our college ministry. We aren't just reaching our 8th through 12th grade students. We're reaching our college students in this community as well. And that just kind of started this school year. And man, it was really cool. We had students. I know I'm going to leave countries out, but we had students from Israel, from the Congo, from Australia, from Brazil, from the Netherlands, from all over America, but all over the world. And we got to share the love of Jesus with them on Sunday nights in our South Campus, and it was really a cool opportunity to get to know people from a different culture, but also to get to share with them what matters most to us, and that's Jesus.
And Aubrey does a great job of leading that too.
Good.
Yeah, there's a few of those girls that do what?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say there's a few of those girls that do really a lot of the work or most of the work for that, and they prepare a lot of the meals. We eat most Sunday nights, and that thankfully has nothing to do with me. They really take care of the students that show up to 417 in a really awesome way.
That's great. And they grew up in your ministry, right?
Yeah, Aubrey
Cool.
did. So the four that kind of helped lead that, or five, are Beth, Nichole, and Aubrey Craig, and they were moms in the mom and pop ministry. They're not actually moms, but in a program we do on Wednesday nights. And then a couple other girls who attend the Methodist Church, Heidi and Lisa, do a ton to help them out. And then one of our guys who helps lead that is Gerald McGinley. And his dad is the pastor at the United Free Will Baptist Church in town. He just recently accepted a call to ministry and is doing everything he can to learn what it means to minister to people for the sake of the kingdom right now. And it's really cool to see.
Cool. All right, lots of comments coming in. Bonnie Phillips, so good to see you. Dodie King, which is the Mrs. King of the Mr. King I described earlier, says, good to see all of you. There's just lots of people hopping on. Kind of on a serious note, Cindy Temple says, Austin was an amazing kid and now an amazing man. FBC is blessed to have him as our youth pastor! !
Thank you, Miss Cindy.
And we would add Miss Nichole in there too. It's a package deal.
Yeah, that's right.
And then Bob Orton, bless his heart. He's a good guy, but he says, dog joke was weak.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. All right, send a joke in then, Bob. You got a joke that's better? Send one in. I'll read it, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Send us one. All right. I think we've been on for a little while. Anything else you guys want to share or say before we go?
Maybe. Let me see if I can get this out of my dog's mouth.
Uh-oh. We're going to see Tater?
Uh,
I'm trying.
he's
Tater on screen?
yeah.
So he just brought this to me. I don't know if you
Ooh.
can see it. It's not a stick. It's more of a log.
And it has
Tater.
saliva on it.
Oh, yeah. He's been playing with it the whole time we've been on here. I'm trying
Okay.
to come around to be on screen. He might not. Come here, Tater.
Tater, let's see if we see Tater. Are we going
He
to
might
get to see
not come up
Tater?
here.
Are we going to get to... Oh, there's Tater. Let's hear it. Everyone cheer for Tater. Hey, Tater. Awesome. Very good. All right. Anything else you guys got on your heart tonight?
One thing I do want to mention that I was just about to say, as Nichole brought up a really important point about toilet paper, which I am thankful for that.
Amen.
With all this anxiety and fear that's going on, a way that I've found that is really helpful to be accountable to dive into God's Word is the YouVersion Bible app.
Yeah.
And so I've put up something today, and I put it up yesterday too. We're going through a plan together as a youth group, and I've invited parents, students, my volunteers to all join on that together. I'm just blanked, but it's talking about how to live without fear. And anyway, the link to that is all on Facebook and Instagram. And so if you'd like to come and be a part of that plan, please do it. We'd love to have you. And actually, I've issued a challenge. Steve, I don't know if you knew this, but we've got a fun thing I've started called the Wheel of Calamity.
Cool.
And it's all these different things that are going to be bad consequences, like getting French toasted isn't an option.
Ooh.
You'll just have to see it to understand what that means, but it's something I'm not necessarily looking forward to. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
There's lots of other fun consequences when this Wheel of Calamity spun. And so I've challenged students, if we can get 25 people to complete this Bible reading plan, I will spin the Wheel of Calamity, and whatever it lands on, we'll video it, and you'll get to see it.
Hey, what's the name of your page where they can go to it?
It's on Facebook. It's Echo Student Ministry.
Okay.
That's the Facebook page that you can go to, and then on Instagram, it's Echo, ECHO, and then FBCWP.
Well, that's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So they can check it out there. Awesome. Hey, thank you guys so much for joining us. It's been great to see y'all, talk to you, hear your heart, know a little bit more about you. You guys are incredible.
Thank you. You are too, Steve.
That's right. Thank you for
fun.
doing this. This is really cool.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Hey, thanks for having us.
All right, you're welcome. Okay, the guys, that was awesome. Austin and Nichole Riggs do so much for our community and so much for our church, and you guys know that, but man, I just hope you heard their story a little bit. Tomorrow, just a couple things to wrap this up. Tomorrow is Administrative Professionals Day. I think when I was a kid, it was called Secretary's Day. I know a few great ones at First Baptist West Plains, but if you got one in your life or in your office, tell them how much you appreciate them tomorrow. They really make everything happen. They make things happen, and so we're proud of them. We're happy for them. I know we got some here: Tiffany Burton, Debbie Mattingly, Judy Hanshaw, Carrie Brassfield, just some great folks. And so tell someone in your life that serves that way to let them know. Hey, I got one more thing I want to share with you tonight. I thought was really good. Special guest with Phil Robertson. Watch Phil Robertson. Here we go.
The bottom line, the fact of the matter is we all going to die. It's just a question of when. So you go through life and say, I'm not going to believe in anything I can't see. I don't see God. That's what they'll say. I don't see God. Where is he? Well, do you see the virus that's causing the pandemic? You don't see that either. But you believe in it. You know why you believe in it? You see the results of it. Sickness and death. What are you talking about it? I'm not going to believe unless I see. Faith is being sure of what you hope for. and certain of what you don't see. So in the midst of it all, a person who has faith in God, you see love coming from him, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. His faith is rooted in the one he believes made the cosmos, came down in flesh, died on a cross, removed your sin. Blessed is the man whose sin the Lord will never count against him. I feel good about it. Better take me up on what I said, put your faith in him. Because you ain't getting out of here without him. I can't help it if I am about a halfway a redneck. I'm not running around like my shirt tail's on fire because of a pandemic. I'm just taking it all in. My hope is in the resurrection. I've never seen God, but I believe he's there. I've never seen the coronavirus either, and I believe it's here. All you do is look at the results.
I thought that was pretty good. Well said. Just want to check close with you on that. Hey, thanks for joining us. Some late comments. Jared Barr, I didn't know Steve was in isolation at the beach. Jared, you're a little late to the party, bro. I explained that. I'm just having a little fun. Some of us missed the beach. Ha ha. Randy Pace, I felt a little seasick while watching. I think I'm okay now. Well, I'm glad you're better, Randy. Count those chickens, man. And then a guy named Don Francis, who I guess is my father's on here. Good program, Steve. Awesome. That's good to hear. So, hey, thanks again for joining us. Thursday night, we'll be back at 7 o'clock live. Our guests are Brandon and Nichole Harris. Brandon's our discipleship pastor, and it should be a great time. Thanks so much for joining us. Great comments tonight. Good interaction. Let us know. Send us your jokes. Send us your comments. And hopefully we'll grow. Love you guys. Have a great week.